What's up, you guys? This is your girl Raquel Nicole with 50 Shades of Life, and I'm coming to you live, well, kind of live, from the beautiful island of the Dominican Republic. With you guys see my three sisters here in the background, on the left, on the right, wherever they're going to end up.
Welcome, you guys, and I am so sadly not with you. I am not on vacation. So thank you. But thank you so much for joining us. You lovely ladies looking so good. Yes.
We've been enjoying our vacation. There's quite a few of us that are here. And of course, I was like, wait a minute. I think I actually want to do an episode here. This is our last night. And so we were like, you know what? Let's go ahead and just knock this out. So, of course, the subject that we have for today is going to be something that I'm glad that I have my sisters here to join me, because you guys, it's going to be a diverse conversation. It's probably going to be one of our fastest episodes, I should say. It's about a subject that it could go left, it could go right, it can go anywhere. But it's about, is it easier being single? And as you guys know, I've been married 15 years. Talia, you haven't been married, but you've been single. She does have a child. I had a child before I was married, and I was single, a single parent. These ladies here have diverse backgrounds as well. So that's what we're going to kind of get into, is not necessarily their backgrounds, but what is their opinion and what have they experienced as well. And we're going to get into a whole conversation.
50. Yeah. It's 50 Shades of Life. Let's talk about your type. Are your pockets feeling light?
Does your man treat you right?
Is your sex game lame? Are you searching for some fame? Hey, yo, cuz, let's talk about it. Sex health, music wealth, true to self, I knew myself. Boy, you better not lose yourself. But let me mind my own black business. Running up these digits, fresher than them dishes.
Tell your grant your wishes, I'm a tarot reading witness.
Yeah. 5-0. Yeah, 50.
Welcome to 50 Shades of Life.
So let me introduce these ladies again. I don't know where this is going to end up, but on the left, you have Carol. Carol, raise your hand. We know who you are. In the middle, we have Sha'Ron. And on the right is beautiful Monica. So Talia, do you want to kick it off with any questions or anything?
All right. So first I want to talk about the good stuff, and specifically, which I think is good, because one of the things we did, we talked about celebrate your marriage and talk about your love life. So let's start off with like some of the best parts about being single.
I was a young bride and I was married for 20 years. I've been divorced almost that same amount of time, if you can believe it or not.
Really?
We shared one son. I loved being married. I loved having a maid. I loved being a homemaker. I loved family. So we ended up getting a divorce. And in my singleness, when I first became single, it was very hard for me because I had a husband who took care of everything.
The provider.
He was the money manager. Yeah. I worked, but he took care of all those things.
Yeah.
So when I ended up on my own, believe it or not, my sister had to help me learn where the electricity company was. I didn't know any of this stuff. Like, I was very green, right? And so fast forward, I had a son. The time that I got a divorce, my son was 14. So that was a really pivotal age in his life. Had to manage all of that. He was in private school. He had all these sports. He was an athlete. It was hard in the beginning. But I had to do what I had to do in order to get him to the finish line, to get him out of high school, and subsequently to get him out of college, which I did when he graduated from college. Awesome. So I would say that when I was an empty nester, I had separation anxiety because my son was gone and I didn't know what to do with myself. Wow. So I learned, or some friends of mine helped me to get out into society again and to be able to have friends that I had kind of, swept behind the carpet because I was married. And when you're married, you kind of cleave to your husband. So I would say one of the things that I really like in my singleness. Let me back up. I hate paying all the bills. I hate having to manage all the stuff that I have. I don't like it. I want a husband to do all that for me, okay? But what do I want for singleness? I like the girls' dinner. I like to be able to, if I'm going to eat popcorn for dinner, it's cool. Nobody has to say, well, where's the roast beef? I don't have to do that anymore because I did that when I was married, right? If I don't want to, and this may sound like, a little crazy, but if I don't want to, freshen up myself, I'm working at home remote, I don't have to do that. Like, I like that part of the singleness where I don't have to be accountable for certain things. So I'll put a pin in it.
I love it. I love it. Would you agree on that part, Talia, about
That's what I was talking about. Yeah. I love coming into my fresh home that is nice and clean and laying in the middle of my bed and not having to share it with anyone. So I love that. I think that is fantastic. One of the best things about being single is kind of just having your space and being able to do what you want, how you want. So that's one of my favorite things about being single.
If I have popcorn for dinner, that's my business.
Yes, I had a girls' dinner. Yes,
I love it. I like the way you put that, a girls' dinner. That's dope. All right, Sha'Ron.
Hi. Yes, my name is Sha'Ron. I'm single. I've never been married. And what I like about being single, not that I want to be single, but what I like about it, I get to do what I want when I want to do it and how I want to do it. And I don't have to ask anyone for permission to do it. So if I want to travel, if I want to come in at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, if I want to have 5 male friends, strictly platonic, I can without asking permission.
All right, and Monica.
Wow, this is very dynamic conversation. So I recently got married. I've been married 3 years now.
Has it been 3 years?
Yes. Wow. So I guess I can speak from both sides, like Carol. I enjoy being married though. I think marriage in your mind, you can create the story of what you think it is based on other people's experiences, but until you actually experience it yourself, I really enjoy it. My husband and I are empty nesters, so I think I have the best of both worlds where I'm married and I still can experience being single. So I don't have any accountability other than him. But I think what really helps is that my husband is very domesticated. He cooks, he cleans. So I kind of got, the best of both worlds.
I love it. That's dope. All right. And do you have any kids, Carol?
I do. I have a son.
Oh, you did say that.
Yes.
You have one son. Okay.
I have one son and I have a grandson.
Yes, a grandson. We have heard about this grandson, y'all.
He's almost 2 years old. Who is my snuggle button? Who I love.
Paris, do you have any kids?
No, I do not have any children, but I raised 3 children right out of college.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that either. Okay, see, we always learn something on our podcast. Every single podcast. Even when I interviewed her parents, I had no idea some of these stories. And Monica, do you have
a daughter? My husband has 3 daughters. But again, like I said, we're empty nesters.
I do. Okay, so 2 of the ladies said that they would like to be married. You again, and then Sha'Ron said that she would like to be married. So why is that something that you would like to experience? Or why do you want to, what are you looking for in a marriage?
And Sha'Ron, I want to ask you that because they've been there. So I'll ask you, so why do you want to be married?
I think more companionship, someone to coast out in your later years with and to share the rest of your life.
Yeah. Have you enjoyed your single life though? Because let me tell y'all, Sha'Ron's been gone. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know. She has a great cover up then. Because baby, I was like, oh, she's living the life. And I got some girlfriends, like one of my other it's a couple of my best friends that have never been married. And they're like, if it happens, it happens. But they don't like or strive for it. You know what I'm saying? But they're able to say, if I want to go to Egypt, literally, she will get up and leave, right? And if she wants to splurge and then save, like you said, you talked about the whole food thing. It was, hey, we are having Cheerios for 2 weeks or a month or whatever, because I want to go to Egypt or whatever it might be. In addition to how and what she did with her career it was because she was single and she didn't have any kids, right? She doesn't even own a car, but she lives in DC, which is a little bit different. But at the end of the day, that was one of her big things was, if I was married, I probably couldn't have the job that is like one of my dream jobs as well. So 100%. So, and I know quite a few women that are like, hey, if this person can come here and exist and we can coexist, that's fine. But I know some women who have let guy go if he couldn't handle her making more, or he couldn't handle her schedule, or maybe she was, I don't know, she could have been a club manager or a bartender or something, and they have a problem with that.
But it was a guy I dated when I moved because my job got promoted, moved down south. And afterwards he told me, he said, but you left me. I was like, why did you say something? You asked me. He said, we could have been married. I was like, forget that job. Man, like he'd walk in the room, my hands would sweat. He was just that guy,
Wow. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, I think there's this perception that, well, it depends on what generation you are, but there was a time where it was like, go to school, get your education, get a job, retire after 30 years. And I don't know, somewhere in there, marriage kind of maybe got lost as a priority for Black women. And so here we are with these corporate jobs and we have all these degrees, but, life has passed you by, maybe even your baby making years have passed you by, and so you wake up and you look up, and I just had this conversation with my father's neighbor, y'all is money in the bank, and I mean she's reflecting, like was all that really worth it? Was what it really means to me? Yeah, she's single, she's traveled the world, but now what?
Right.
So I just think it's a personal decision, but I don't think single people should, if you haven't been married, if you haven't experienced it, I don't know that you really have an opinion about it. And you can through other people's experience, but it's not your experience. And I'm saying that I've only been married 3 years, and I've told my friend here and other people that it's different. It's different than anything you could imagine. And your experience is your experience. And I think that if you marry someone who respects you in your lane, he got his lane and y'all got your lane.
100%.
It's the perfect combination, because you still can function, not maybe as a single person, but you still can function independently and do your thing.
Yes.
He respects you and you respect him. I think that's
his wife is like that. And he'll go fly all over, go to different trips and all that stuff. And we'll travel together. She's like, girl, I'm saying, don't travel with my son. I want a husband just like you. Just gonna let me go. Yeah. All that stuff. But my mother's like, you better stop traveling because you'll be broke.
They have two incomes or whatever. Yeah. And I think that's another thing that one of the things you learn in your first 5 years, honestly, of being married. I won't even say 1 year, it may take you longer than 5 years, honestly, is being able to join together and then, but still have your own lanes, right? Like how Monica was saying, because I don't think it is healthy, it's my opinion, right? If you're in a marriage and you have no lanes, like there's no clarity, like I just feel like it's a disaster waiting to happen if you don't have your own life. Like either you're gonna get bored with each other, or I'm gonna get tired of seeing you, you're gonna start annoying me. This is just my opinion. And I always feel like, I mean, obviously, I feel like in a marriage, because like we've talked about before, is before I got married, I was a single mom for 5 years. I was in school full time. I had a job. I was 2,100 miles away from my parents. The closest family members actually were Talia's parents and my son's parents and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, marriage to me, I enjoyed my single life. I did enjoy where if I wanted to go to the club, okay, bye, right? But I damn sure did not enjoy your kid is sick, you need to come pick him up, or you got basketball, then you got this, and then you got that. And it's like, oh my God, there's only so much and at the time it was, you had to be at work, so it was kind of like, can I leave now? Should I take the day off? I got, to where it's a stress. It's a whole stressful situation that causes some people, I've known people that lost their jobs because they're taking care of their kids, you know. So being able to have someone to lean on, as long as that is the partner that you were looking for, right? To be able to say, hey, you know what, we're gonna tag team here. I got this trip. Meanwhile, this person got this championship, got this. It's so much easier to deal with that. As long as you have somebody that's like that, or if your marriage is, no, I'm going to hustle and bustle for the kids while this person works. Again, those are those lanes, right? And you got to come together to figure everything out. So
single. So what I want to talk about too is, what is it like being single and dating now?
Yeah.
I'll start it off. I'm one of the people that likes being single. I'm not saying I'm against being married or marriage or anything like that. I just enjoy being single, but I also wanted to talk about what is it like dating. And I want to hear all of that from you guys. I'll start off. I feel like it's very hit or miss. I feel like there's some definite landmines. I feel like if you watched, and I don't want to come down on the man, but if you watched our last one where we had Otis on, I feel like there's a lot of misogyny that you have to deal with out there. And a lot of people have a lot of expectations. They haven't done a lot of work on themselves. And a lot of times I feel like people want you to parent them. And I don't particularly enjoy that. You know what I mean? I don't want to parent this person. I don't want to, raise you and deal with your issues. So that's some of the things that I kind of face. What about you guys? When you date, are you dating?
To me, parenting, I just think some people carry a lot of baggage with them.
Yeah.
And you're dealing with that, and some of that might be taken out on you because of things that have happened in their past.
Yeah.
And so I think sometimes when we all have to do it, that that person is not the person you dealt with in the past. Everybody's an individual, and you start, just because I had a bad relationship with somebody in the past, I'm gonna take that bad relationship and carry it into the next one. My issue is because I am always out and about, and a lot of people know me. Most men can't handle it. And so if they're out with me, I have to be real careful, especially in the business that I'm in. I'm usually all out by myself because as a single woman in the industry, I can't be seen with a lot of different men going out to, company functions and stuff. So I kind of keep that at bay a little bit. So when I date, it's kind of like I have a lot of male friends, and a lot of guys can't take that.
Wow. That's a good point. Wow.
See, Elle is quiet over there. What?
I know. Listen,
did you go to sleep?
She said, did you go to sleep?
No. I was going to say, I kissed a lot of frogs. Men love me, honestly. I have a great personality, I feel. I've dated quite a bit. What I find, though, is I think men, so I'm of a particular age, right? I am 55 years old.
Looks good.
And in my opinion, if you are of that age, you got to bring it to the table, right? So I'm a corporate woman, corporate bred, corporate educated. I'm looking for someone who can at least meet me halfway. Now, what I mean by that, because I don't want to take it out of context.
I was just about to ask.
I'm looking for someone who I don't have to get $20, okay? I'm looking for someone who,
that's rich,
at my age and where I'm from, and that I have, not saying that they have to be equal to me, but what I am saying is I don't want to build a man at over 55. Right?
Facts. Yes.
I do understand that sometimes in life we have to hit the reset button. But be open and honest and transparent with me. I don't want to show up at your place and I'm not going to tell the story, but I have gone on dates where I go to your house and you have a picnic table in your kitchen.
A picnic table?
But this is the thing. Okay, so
Wait, like a card table with folded legs that collapse?
no, like the patio table.
Like a bench?
I was saying, okay, so listen. So what I'm saying
I'm sorry.
listen.
Wait, he had an umbrella up, didn't he? What?
So what I'm saying is, I'm not even tripping on that, right? Because I do understand, because I'm looking around. So this is the thing. So if you are of a certain status yourself, right?
Correct.
And you live a certain kind of way, right? And you're dating a person who has presented well, right? There's no scuffs on the shoes, you know, you have a black suit, you know, the pants match the jacket, you know, your fingernails are clean, right? You have on an overcoat, right?
Get 'em.
You know,
Basic.
like you came on to me. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't pick up men, okay? My friend,
That's right.
the men like me, okay?
I love it. I love it. It's the
My pheromones are saying, yep.
girl. The skin glistening. Okay, the skin glistening. Okay. She is.
I'm just telling the truth.
She's dead serious.
Truth, right? So,
Yeah.
So you go out, they ask you on a date. I am very sociable, right? I like men. I like talking to them. I like to see, you know, the physique. I like a man, okay?
Right.
And
Yes.
we go on a date or whatever, and smart. The guys are smart. They know how to talk to me. I'm more of an intellectual type of person. So
Right.
I'm stimulated that way,
Yes.
right? So then you know, I like you as well, but I'm a slow burn, right? Like it's not, we ain't about to sleep with each other. That's just not about to happen.
Right.
I'm too old.
Right.
I'm trying to get to know you. I'm trying to figure out your depth, like to see if we
100%.
can kind of mesh each other, right? So I go to your place, and your place doesn't present what you presented to me, right? So to me, in total transparency, I feel that you should say, I'm in transitional period.
Yes.
And let me be the one to make the decision if I want to move forward with you. I'm not saying, and I don't want to get this wrong. I'm not saying you haven't leveled up to me, but what I'm saying is, you know it ain't right. It look like you got a couch off Jefferson Avenue. That's all I'm saying. So, you know, I don't even know a better way to say it. But what I'm
The girl has standards. Okay.
Stop pretending.
Quit faking the funk.
Don't fake the funk. I agree.
Quit faking the funk. And we talked about on the last one, which was being brutally honest or being honest, right? That was our last episode. And that's exactly what I said. Do not lie to me because it's not going to work out well for you. Okay. Whether you're my spouse, somebody I'm dating, I don't even do it even if it's my child, right? So because my decision for if I am going to decide, like if you tell me my credit is shitty, I'm just saying it like that, right? It is my decision if I'm gonna say, you know what, everything else this person has for the most part makes sense for me. I can help them build up their credit. That's my decision. Or do I want to say, hell no, I work to get 789 and I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, or am I going to deal with somebody else who may have great credit and they got something else going on, you know? But no, she hit it dead on. I'm going to just let y'all know, Carol is dope. She's great. If you guys want to take Carol on a date, email. @gmail.com. She's got some pretty skin. Her teeth are cute. No. Her teeth are cute. Her teeth are cute. I don't know how you have cute teeth, but
okay. And to the young lady, Miss Monica, I want to know, how did you meet your mate?
Yes.
Oh, that's a
question. It's a great story.
Uh-oh.
So I had a class reunion. Yeah, about I guess in 2017, and we actually went to high school together. So we reconnected. He's a couple years older than myself, and really nice guy. I mean, I had my high school sweetheart. He had who he was dating, but a really really nice guy. When I graduated high school, a girlfriend of mine said, "Hey, we're gonna hang out with some friends. Come on with me," and I did, and it actually ended up at his house, and so the four of us went and hung out. Next thing you know, I went off to college. He was like, "Wow, I never heard from you. I wrote you a few letters." And so we reconnected. So it's been really nice. I think the thing that works is when you meet a man who really wants to be married.
Yeah.
It makes a difference. A man who really wants a relationship, because they show up different, right? And so it's nice and refreshing. He is a man's man. And I always tell his mother she raised a great human being. I think so. All those things matter. So.
I love it. I love it. And that was what I was going to ask is, especially being a grown woman at that point, what did he do that yanked you out of being single to be able to say, okay, you know what?
That's a great question. Because I enjoy life. I raised a daughter. I traveled the world with my job. I just threw myself in my career and raising my child. So once my daughter went off to college, I did have separation anxiety. I slept in her bed for 3 months. It was just that bad. And then when she graduated from college, by then I was in my relationship and had gotten engaged. I think the beauty of I wasn't looking. Honestly, I was peace with myself. You can't really miss what you haven't had. Of course, I had a lot of great relationships. There's a lot of great men out here, but it just wasn't mine. I think I was very particular because I was raising a daughter. I just getting married, bringing a man in the house, or me and my daughter moving to it. Just, I just wasn't. I was engaged twice. I'll just refer back to what I said earlier, the 3 lanes coming into this relationship. And I think it happens when you come at a particular age, because I think when you're young, you're growing together. But at our we both had our own life, and we obviously brought it together. So I don't feel like I lost anything in my singleness. I feel like I gained. So
I love it.
Well, that's good. What's the next one? Okay, so we were talking about you didn't lose anything and you're single. And you said, wait, did you say like men can't handle you because you have lots of male friends, right?
Right.
So no one amongst your group, I mean, are these like married men or like some of them here? So I was like, do anybody do they ever try like fix you up in that group that you with the male friends? And I want to specifically know about your.
I'm not saying I know so much.
Look at her face. Her face is tacky now.
No, okay. 0 out of 10 for them. Okay.
I did want to ask that. So because of your industry, would you look for someone in like the polar opposite industry? Like, what do you look for, or what do you believe you like, or what have you liked, or whatever?
Somebody let me be me without judgment.
Yeah.
I'm not going to judge you.
Yeah. Oh my God. Speak on that. Like, oh my gosh.
I mean, I gotta accept you for who you are, accept me for who I am. So
yeah, like
want to or don't. And that's just how it is. I deal with you, put you over here, put you over there, put you right here with me. So.
I love it. So would you?
There's no love lost, because every guy I ever dated, I'm still friends with. That's just didn't work out. One passed away, but two passed away. But we're still friends.
Wow. I love the honesty and stuff like that they're giving us and they're feeding to us. And again, it's 3 completely different stories, literally, which is why they are here. So I applaud you guys, and I thank you guys for coming on for sure. Any words of advice that you guys would give to, like, I know you guys have seen it, right, with the younger girls. And I say girls because they're young women, okay, but they're like babies to me. So those that are in our early 20s, even those that are not even at 30 yet, you know. And Talia calls this the big grown age, right? Isn't that what you say, big grown age?
Yeah, so we're at our big grown age, yes.
Yes. So, but giving someone advice to where, because we hear so much about girls, stay single, you know, all this kind of stuff. And for those where you have been single, but you're like, hey, I'm open to being married. It's not like I didn't want to be. Things just didn't work out, even though life has, you know, taken you into great places professionally. You've been there, you've done that, and you're in the new situation. So it's so different. What advice, starting with you, Carol, would you give a woman who is single, whether they have kids or not, in terms of, is it really better to be single or not?
So I think it's a relative term, whether it's better or not. That's a decision that you would have to make independently for yourself. However, if I were to give advice, I would just say always be open and communicate. You have to learn your partner or your interest way of communication. You know that book, The Five Love Languages.
Yes.
Right? I think everybody should read that book. I'm not saying that you have to do an adaptation of what it is, but it helps you understand the psyche of other people, right? So I may communicate differently, right, than they or Monica. But get married, it's the same thing. You have to learn how to communicate with your spouse. So when you're dating, you have to be upfront. And one of the things about me, I'm very frank and very upfront. This is what it is. And I know that sometimes I have to turn it down just a little bit. I got to dial back. But I don't want you to have a false perception of who I am and what I'm looking for. Yeah. Right? Let's be friends. Let's do some things together. If it morphs into something else, let's pursue that. But right up front, these are the things.
Yeah.
And I think women have the power and the control to do just that.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
I totally agree. And also, too, being a single person, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. So sometimes people carry a facade. That sometimes they don't always tell the truth, and just always look at the signs, because we so, you know, looking for love in all the wrong places, looking through rose-colored glasses and not seeing the warning signs. And also, too, stay out of love triangles. It's not worth it. It's not healthy, and it's dangerous.
It sure is. Please don't. Or force side people. Yes. That's the reality TV show word this year is thruples. Okay. All right, Monica, any advice?
Great question. I have a daughter in the age range that you spoke of, and we talk quite often. Very difficult. So it's Carol, she said it best. It's very relative in the sense of it's got to be something you want. It doesn't have to be. It could be on your timetable. But I think people are weaponizing singleness and marriage in a way that is very unhealthy. Yeah. And I don't like it. So I just try to. My daughter's very positive, uplifting. So she doesn't get caught in that toxic conversation, but it's everywhere. It's on social media, and a man brought the girl $30 to buy her lunch, and people saying, why didn't she get $100? I mean, so where is the mindset here? I don't understand. So when you say the singleness versus being married, I think if you really want a partner in life, you want to grow, because hey, that's what it is in marriage, right? Relationships is different from a marriage. You're going to grow, and it's going to be a painful growth and a great growth. I just think you have to really decide if it's something you want to do. And when you do it, you have to be committed to it and open yourself to whatever those things are. But at the end of the day, in any relationship, communication is the key. Yes. And I think as a woman, just be a woman. Yes. And men like to hunt. I do understand out here dating is very different than it used to be. That is a challenge. My daughter and I talk about that all the time. So I just pray that every woman gets a desire in their heart, but I think a woman has to be a woman and really be in a place of whatever takes place or transpires, they're still loving on themselves. And they're not letting society or men who aren't ready to be married dictate how they feel and how they see themselves. So I say just keep loving on yourself, keep doing your homework. It's so important, because the man that shows up might have his homework all together and you've been sitting here complaining the whole time, and you're not mentally or physically in a place where you should be, where you can really show up to be 100%.
I love that.
So,
I love
those
that.
would be the words that I share with my daughter. Any young woman that is single. And again, it's your choice. Don't let your family, your friends, society press you. I have girlfriends that I've known since 3rd grade. She's getting married in 3 weeks, okay? In Jamaica. So I understand you're on your timetable, biological clock is ticking, but don't put those kind of pressures on yourself. Just enjoy life. Take it all in.
I agree with every single thing these lovely ladies have said today. Thank you guys so much for being on here. I know I said we didn't want to go too long, but again, I think the conversation could have kept going and going and going.
Yes.
We got a flight to catch tomorrow, so.
Yes. And we appreciate your time.
Right. So it will be, more coming. So you guys definitely stay tuned to 50 Shades of Life. But thank you again to my lovely sisters. And thank you to, of course, my co-host, Black Magnolia Talia, for dropping in. I'm like, hey, we're doing this. And she's like, what? So I applaud you. It's my live studio audience over here.
Yes, studio audience.
So maybe we should go on tour one day, but
I'm here for it.
Yep. So on another note, if you guys are looking at being a guest, or if you have a business, or you guys want to sponsor or anything like that, please do hit us up right here, 50shadesoflife@gmail.com. That's 50SHA8DES of life@gmail.com. Please do hit that subscribe, the like, the comment, and of course the share. And please do come back and check up on us every other Thursday night. We drop around 9 to 10 o'clock. It depends, okay? But between 9 and 10 o'clock Eastern Central Time. So please do come back. Again, thank you guys so very much. And we love you guys. Take care. And also, thank you to our 28, I think we're at 2855 subscribers. So we are thankful. We have over 30,000 views. And if you would like to say any of the two ladies on the left, so we have Sha'Ron. Subject of the email will be Sha'Ron.
Yes, I love that. Oh my God, that would be so fun. Yeah.
If we had like a whole Daisy, she'd be like,
yes.
And of course, my lovely cousin Talia.
Oh my God.
If you want to hook up with my cousin Talia. No,
do not email me. Please. Don't.
Unless you want her to do a tarot reading, then she'll tell you.
Then email me.
All right, you guys. So thank you. Take care. Be safe. Stay dope. All right.
Bye.
Running up these digits, fresher than them dishes.
Talia, grant your wishes.